What's up YouTube, Hunter here, and today I'm going to show you how to make a website using HTML. You're going to need some sort of text editor. I'm using Text Wrangler. You can also use Notepad if you're on Windows, and something like Text Wrangler on Windows is actually called Notepad++. I'll leave a link in the description for it. And on Mac you can also use their default Node app, which is TextEdit. You can use that if you want to do this, but I like this because it actually shows colors like Notepad++ does. And so basically what HTML is it's hypertext markup language. So it's a markup language, which pretty much means it has like these sorts of tags and stuff, like, not that, it has PHP. Okay, but it has like those sorts of tags and stuff. And this is actually really easy. So I'm just going to show you how to make a simple website where it'll have like a web title, web page title, and it has like a header on it. And this is going to be like a series of videos that I'm going to do. I have probably about 10 or so videos. I'm going to share all my knowledge on HTML and CSS, which I'll go in another video. But basically, I'm just going to show you how to write HTML. So you're going to start off with this bracket, and you're just going to type in HTML. And you just close off the bracket. Now basically this signals that you've opened the HTML document. Okay, so this is, like I said, it's a markup language, so if you know XML, this will be fairly similar. Now, you're going to want to open a head. This is pretty much where all the information is stored, like about it, like the identifiers and stuff like that. Okay, so you're just going to want to actually make this thing called a title. Okay, I'm going to show you what that is in a minute. So let's just name this test. Okay. Now, when you close an HTML tag, and by the way, these are called tags, anything in between these symbols right here, when you have to close every single one you open. So basically this is the content inside of the tag. So to close the title tag, all we do is we do that symbol, we do a /, and then we write in the tag that we want to close, which is title. And then you close it with this symbol. Now I'm going to close up the head. Okay, and I'm going to open up the body. This is where everything that makes your website work, this is where it all goes. So that's pretty much like the structure of your whole website. So we're actually going to finish writing this document, and we're going to add some stuff in the body in a minute. So we're going to want to close the body tag. Okay, and we're also going to want to close the HTML tag. Okay, so this is pretty much a basic HTML document. I'm going to show y'all what it looks like. Let's just save as. Okay, so let's just let this load up. Okay, so you can make a website folder on your desktop. It doesn't matter where you store stuff. I'm just going to put this here. Now I'm going to name this index.html. It doesn't matter what you name it. This is pretty much like people who make websites, they refer to the index as like the main structure, and you just add stuff in, like fill in the blanks. So this is where you're going to do a lot of work. But what you're going to do is you're going to make sure it's set on .html. If you're on Windows, you just type .html the same, and it might ask you if you want to change it. I forgot, I haven't programmed on Windows in a while. And all you do is hit save. Okay, so now that that's there, I should see this right here. So I'm actually just going to drag this into my Safari real quick. Okay, let me just close out of this Apple page. And this is pretty much your website. This right here is the title tag, which is right here. Okay, so if we were on YouTube, it would say YouTube up here, or whatever other website you want to make it. So pretty much this is a basic website. So let's say we want to add text like right in this area, like pretty much a header. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go into the body. You're going to just hit enter to open it up. And to keep it organized, I like to hit tab. And that like shows me like here's the parent folder. Right? No, that's not a good way to say it, but like here's this area, and inside of it there's all this that I like to tab off, kind of like that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really affect the way your website works. It's just personal aesthetic preference. Okay, so you're just going to want to open it, and you're going to want to type H1. Okay, so I am going to actually close it off real quick. Now this goes from H1 to H6, and it gets bigger to smaller, smaller to bigger. I'll actually pause the video in a minute or two to actually, I'm gonna write H1, and then I'm gonna hit enter. I'm just gonna go to H2, header 2, and I'm gonna go all the way down to 6, and I'm just gonna put like this is header 1, this is header 2, and I'll actually be back with y'all as soon as that's done. Okay, so I'll see y'all actually in a minute. What's up, YouTube? So I'm back. So all I did is I inputted from H3 all the way to H6. So as you can see, I wrote in this is H1, this is H2, H3, H4, and all the way up to H6. So now I'm going to hit Command S, which is saving it. And if you're on Windows, it's Control S. So here's it in Safari. Okay, and here is actually the web page. So I just reloaded it to show all the changes. So this is H1. And this is H6. It goes all the way down. H6 is the smallest, H1 is the biggest. So basically, that's pretty much it. I'm actually going to show you how to center this if y'all want to. I'm just going to show y'all in H1. So this is the tag called center. Okay? CENTER. Okay? So pretty much what center does is it centers the text, and you can also apply it to other stuff, which pretty much like you can center pictures or whatever, which I'll cover in a later video, but it pretty much moved it from over here to here. And that's actually pretty much it, guys. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. See you all in the next video. Bye.